After 15 years of marriage, I watched my wife spend hours getting ready for a night out, every gesture deliberate, every glance calculated. From the corner of the room, I studied her, already knowing that her evening wasn't as innocent as she wanted me to believe. Leaning close, she whispered with a mischievous sparkle in her eyes, "Tonight, I want to feel wild again, alive." Her tone was meant to stir curiosity, to draw me in. But I wasn't fooled. I had already uncovered the truth, and I had prepared my response. Her suitcases were packed upstairs, every belonging folded neatly inside. The locks on our home had been changed. Across town, in a quiet restaurant, another woman, her lover's wife, sat waiting with divorce papers in hand, ready to confront a betrayal she had long suspected. To outsiders, Emily and I looked like the perfect couple. 15 years together, raising 2 children, celebrating milestones, weathering the everyday struggles of marriage. Our home was often filled with laughter, with little rituals that made life feel steady and secure. For years, I believed nothing could break that bond. But slowly, cracks began to spread through what we had built. Nights out with vague explanations, whispered phone calls, the glow of a screen lighting up the dark bedroom while she pretended to sleep, all of it hinted at secrets she kept from me. She became evasive, her answers clipped, her attention suddenly fixed on her appearance in a way that felt obsessive. I tried to convince myself it was a phase, something temporary we would get through, but the unease in my chest only grew heavier. And then, one evening, the truth shattered the last of my denial. I overheard a hushed phone call that wasn't meant for my ears. A quick glance at her messages erased all doubt. Her distance wasn't accidental, it was deliberate. From then on, I began quietly observing, tracking unexplained errands and unaccounted-for hours. The pattern was undeniable. And as much as it hurt, clarity settled in. I couldn't act recklessly. I needed a plan. That plan came when I discovered her secret partner was married too. Instead of confronting Emily alone, I contacted his wife. Our conversation was heavy with pain, but strangely relieving. Neither of us was alone in this betrayal. Together, we decided to confront them where their affair was supposed to flourish, in that restaurant across town. Upstairs, Emily remained unaware, lost in her preparations. While she applied makeup and chose her dress, I packed her things into those waiting suitcases. Each folded shirt, each pair of shoes, was a quiet reminder of the life we once shared. Changing the locks afterward was my final act of resolve, a way to protect myself and our children from more harm. That night unfolded almost like a scene from a film. Her lover walked into the restaurant first, expecting romance. Instead, his wife was waiting, divorce papers in hand, her voice cutting through the murmur of diners as she unleashed years of anger. The night he imagined would be filled with passion turned instantly into a spectacle of humiliation. Minutes later, Emily arrived, her eyes bright with anticipation. The moment she saw the scene unraveling before her, that brightness collapsed into shock and shame. What she had hoped would be an escape instead became a public unmasking. Meanwhile, I stayed at home, composed and steady. My phone lit up with desperate messages and frantic apologies, but I ignored every single one. I was finished listening to lies. My focus was no longer on betrayal, but on something more important: reclaiming my own life. The pain lingered, but beneath it was a deep sense of freedom. This wasn't revenge. It was closure. It was dignity. It was the moment I chose to stop letting someone else control my happiness. 15 years of marriage had ended, but what remained was far more valuable. The chance to rebuild, to move forward unburdened, to shape a future entirely on my own terms. Sometimes the hardest heartbreaks forge the strongest strength, and betrayal becomes the spark that ignites a new beginning.